Blog Talk Radio.
Are you ready to take a bite out of the competition? Are you looking for ideas to make your business better? Welcome to the Core Business Show with Tim Jacquet, sponsored by Apple Capital Group. At the core of every successful business, you'll find people making a difference. And with each episode of the Core Business Show, we talk with those people, examine those ideas, and explore the strategies that make them special. Now, the host of the Core Business Show, Tim Jacquet.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Core Business Show. I'm Tim Jacquet, your host. Today, our topic is talking about LinkedIn and how can you use LinkedIn. So again, the topic is going to be put LinkedIn to work for you with 7 ways. So before we begin the show, we're going to actually take a sponsor break. We'll be back in a moment. Sponsor Apple Capital Group. Be back in 1 moment within 60 seconds. Thank you for listening to the Core Business Show. I'm Tim Jacquet.
You're listening to the Core Business Show, sponsored by Apple Capital Group. Apple Capital Group in Jacksonville, Florida, is a commercial lender that specializes in asset-based loans, equipment leasing and financing, invoice financing, commercial real estate loans, and asset-based financing in the U.S. and Canada. Apple Capital Group is a direct lender that lends on their private equity investment portfolio. 90% of most loans are decided within 2 hours, and vendor funding within 24 hours after documents are completed, with a 1-page application. No slow no's, just a quick decision and a fast yes. To get more information about lending from Apple Capital Group, call 866-611-7457. That's 866-611-7457 to speak with one of our loan specialists. Or visit us right now at applecapitalgroup.com. Welcome back to the Core. Once again, here's Tim Jacquet.
Again, welcome back with the show. I'm Tim Jacquet, your host. Let's talk about LinkedIn. LinkedIn is, again, it's a social media platform, but however, it's a little slightly different than Facebook and Twitter and Pinterest and Vine, YouTube, and so forth. It's actually a professional networking tool. I think when it first came out, it was kind of spooked because people thought you were actually advertising for a job. But better yet, I think companies come to realize that it's professional networking and actually really works both ways. A professional will put his professional resume out there, will put his credentials out there as an expert in a particular field. It makes the company look pretty good. It actually home in some businesses and really good for networking. So really, probably since 2008, companies realize, hey, this is really for networking. It's not really for a job hunt, but people actually recruit people from different companies because they have the information on LinkedIn. And LinkedIn is a valuable tool to get in. Otherwise, you can't get in to anyone else. Now, the only thing with LinkedIn, every business professional don't really pay attention every single day what goes on in LinkedIn and don't really look at their boxes. Some really look at it sporadically, maybe once a month, maybe once a week, maybe a few days. Depends when it gets to the email or they get into it. But some of the ones who's really active in sales and marketing will actually, because of social media, they will actually keep doing some posts. You can post articles, you can post papers and so forth within your LinkedIn profile. But I want to tag on LinkedIn profile because it's a professional network. You need to have a professional looking picture. Now, the higher up that you go in your particular position, you need to have a professional photo. So if you're a CEO, top executive, C-level, you really need to have a professional photo taken on you. It can be within a studio background or a business background, but you really need to have professional as you go up. It gives class, it gives status, and it shows that you're the top of your particular field. As you come down, you can kind of be a little bit more flexible, but the picture at home should not really work if you are appeal to a professionalism and respect. You shouldn't just take any kind of a picture. Take one that if you're in a business environment, take it in a suit, or take it something with your company logo that you have pride in. But make it look kind of really professional. So that's one piece of advice. Make sure also your profile is complete. When you go through it, make sure all the information that's there that's going to be supplied, that you have complete detail on your profile and it's 100%. So when people go look for things, it's 100% match. And it make you look good, and also it makes a whole network look pretty good, if that makes sense. Your background summaries need to be complete. List out some things that you want to point out, your experience. You want to list it there, real clear and concise. And you want to have people to respond to recommending you. Say you as a good colleague, good person to work with. You want to list the courses that you've been involved in. You want to list the languages and your certifications and your skill sets, and have people to endorse those skill sets as well. Any continuing education, any other awards you receive or organizations you belong. So let's go ahead and talk about the topic real quick. Number one, the longevity of social media is going to be here to stay. It's not going anywhere. Even though that Facebook and Twitter has its own different following, LinkedIn is going to be here to stay regardless, because there's always a tool of having additional information. And that information is always going to be there. So the professional end, I would say, if nothing else, the longevity for LinkedIn is always going to be there. So let's look at, you must have a clear purpose why you want to be in LinkedIn. It's a tool that, like any other specific tool, you really need to know why you're going to use LinkedIn. You're going to use it for connections. You're going to look at for networking. You're going to look for putting yourself out there and having people to look for you. I get responses all the time asking different questions about financing, asking this different questions regarding this or that or a show or whatever. But I do get that information in. I try to respond timely. Sometimes I don't look at it. I'm one of the ones that don't look at it every single day. I look at it maybe every couple of days, but I really respond to it, because if I go too long, I will get an email or something and say, "Hey, did you see my post?" And also, I can post things from the social networks, blogs that I do, and they'll show up there as well. So have a clear purpose why you want to do it and what you want to get out of it, if you want to get anything out of it. Also, kind of define your profile, which I talked to just a minute ago. Define your profile, make sure it's complete. Headhunters will come to you as well. So just give the best example that you can out there. That's refining your profile. Make sure it's 100%. You have everything that is about you professionally is displayed, and you show your best assets. Also, number three, pick groups that matter. Some people will join a lot of groups and there's too many posts and you get overwhelmed because you get too many feeds. Just go straight to two or three and maybe rotate them in the course of the year. But stay to two or three, make comments, try to meet people in those settings, respond to other people's posts, and just network from there. It's a passive way of doing stuff, but it will carry you a long way by being active, and people actually look at those posts. Also, number four, your network. Being on LinkedIn and having 500 plus connections does not make you a networker. A solid networker is really still done face to face contact. Ask for some contact. Hey, is there any luncheon groups in this particular field? Hey, are there any conventions that's coming up that maybe I might be interested in? But if you're in the local, if you're in the same area, hey, look for lunch mates or lunch networking groups that maybe can be some value to your business. Also, deep, dig deep for your connections. Look through your profiles. You have 500 plus. I don't know how many I have. I know I exceeded 500 plus a couple of years ago. Maybe have 1,000, because I'm always accepting people. But look into those profiles and see what you can really find, and see if there's something that can grab your attention, that you can network or ask someone questions that they can give you an opinion on, or you can call. Number six, personalize everything. If you respond to someone, personalize it under an auto phrase. Respond to them personally, that they know that, hey, you are responding to them and you're listening to what they have to say. And number seven, be generous to your interactions. Just overgive, and then undergive. So that's going to carry you a long way by overgiving. Again, when you have LinkedIn, have a clear purpose. Number two, refine your style. Make sure you have 100%. You list all your credentials in a particular field. Focus on which ones you want to really focus on. That's going to make you give you the most business and make you the most profit. Number three, also pick groups that matters. Don't go over three groups. Don't go over three groups. Stay in groups that you can really manage yourself. That's a good advice, and respond to those groups and try to network within those groups. If you need to go out of one group, just stay in it for a certain period of time and just kind of rotate the groups that you want to belong to. And number four, use your networks. Try and see if you're in the same city, in the same industries. See if you can do some lunch dates, because if you're in the same area, if you can define this particular area, you might want to find out if there's some lunch meetings or, some things with BNI that you can join. You can go twice, or there's some meetup groups. Kind of look at that and networking in your business. Number 5, dig deep into your connections. See exactly who you have as friends and who they're connected to. Number 6, personalize everything that you respond to people. And again, be generous with your interactions. That's my advice for you guys. Thank you for listening to the show today. Appreciate you listening to the Core Business Show. We're back in our 3rd season, and we're going to have a powerful year. Thank you for listening, for everybody. Have a great day, and take care.
Thank you for listening to the Core Business Show with Tim Jacquet. For more information about equipment financing and asset-based loans, visit our website, applecapitalgroup.com. That's applecapitalgroup.com. Or call us at 866-611-7457. We hope you'll join us for our next episode. And remember, you can always get to the core via iTunes. You'll find all our previous episodes there. And thanks again for listening to the Core Business Show with Tim Jacquet.